Yo, 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 what's going on? Welcome back again, DeGen Central, week 5 of the football season. We got the
We're
college
back.
show first today. We got Michael and Alina back. How you guys doing?
Doing great. Got a new mic.
Alina's
Feeling
got the
good.
mic. Doing good,
Uh,
man.
the Dooskies went well. I mean, it was a damn good week.
We went 3-0 on the Dooskies. That was big.
Very fire.
And we had a shout out someone who parlayed them too and won some free cash.
Yeah, someone tweeted at us that they parlayed the 3 DODs that we put it out, and as I just said, it went 3-0. So you probably won some decent cash, depending when you got SMU. I mean, 3-team
Did they want a
parlays.
shout out or remain anonymous?
Let's remain anonymous, and then he'll let us know next week when he does it again.
All right.
And that's some good money because usually our do or dies are like straight line plays. Like we're not taking like favorite money lines or anything, or we're doing like parlays. So, I mean, that had to be like plus 400 at the very least. I don't know, like
Yeah.
Plus,
plus 450, something like that.
Plus, it depends where you got SMU, because when I said it on the show, they were plus 115.
Yeah, right.
So
And
115. So
very
Oh
true.
yeah, I forgot you took the money line, the underdog
Yeah.
money line as your do or die, not the.
Yeah.
That was the way that line moved. I thought I was like, I had to like look at that. I was like, wait, they
Well,
were
by-
+2 on.
Yeah, by kickoff it was there minus like 1.5.
Yeah,
But
I
it
saw it
was-
as low as -2.5, 3.
It got back up to like 1 right before kickoff. But it was a good week in college football. I will say this: watching Georgia play at home, I feel like they had 50% capacity, and it was fucking awesome. That place was like loud, and like it was like the first time like watching a football game where you're like, dude, the crowd actually made Auburn get a false start. You know, like it was like I haven't seen that in so long.
Hell yeah. That's what we needed.
We do need that, but it was a good week. We all went positive, so
Fucking the dogs.
yeah. I'm gonna recap our week 4s and get to our overall in the season. Real quick, just want to thank again our sponsor over at Saver Livers. You know the deal. Go check out their website. You're a big drinker, big drink guy, like
Big
Alina
smoker.
there with the sunglasses indoors.
Big smoker, big drinker.
Yeah, go check out their website. They also got a Victory Lap kit. Any purchase of the Victory Lap kits, we get some of the proceeds from that. It helps us with our content creation and
Helps us get these.
yeah, get microphones. So maybe I'll get one after Alina. But yeah, give a check out saverlivers.com. So week 4, almost everyone went oh shoot. So you went 6-5, right, Alina?
Olina was 6 and
Get me out of the game.
Olina was. He didn't see the tweet. I texted him. He's like, "Oh, I thought you were talking about the
Yeah.
Patriots." But
Yeah. So
Olina went 6-5, 1-0 on his do or die, and he was plus 1.5 units.
Yeah.
I think I just forgot to delete the old one. That might have been it.
You did, but you tweeted the new one. I went back and looked.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Yeah, and that easily could have been like a so 6-5. That could have been like a 9-2 or whatever.
Yeah, well, I mean,
There's a couple close ones that
you had Baylor. I had Baylor.
FA who.
Yeah, that they should have covered. They were losing.
Bro.
They should have covered.
I mean, North Carolina looked like shit a little bit. Same with Va Tech, like not covering against Duke. I mean, come on, guys.
Yeah.
I mean, those were just – they are what they are. But, yeah, there's a few.
Okay. So, yeah. So anybody that follows us on Twitter, I apologize. I mixed up one of Alina's picks. So Alina went plus 1.5-ish on week 4. So on the season, he's sitting right around plus like 18.5, 19 units.
Wow.
14, 10-2 overall, and 3-1 overall on do or dies. And then Michael had a solid week 4, won 3.45 units, only going 2-5, but banking that do or die was huge. So overall,
Hit the
Michael's
big one.
Yeah.
Overall, 2-5 in the week? Wow.
Yeah, so Michael's
Well, if you count my D or D, it's 3-5.
So Michael's win percentage right now is under 50%, but on the season he's still plus 5.42 units because he's 4-2 on the do or dies. So he's getting really good unit selection on his games, helping him stay above. And then I had my best week yet in college or NFL. I went 3-3-2, 1-0 on the Alabama over do or die play. Absolute free cash. Overall, I'm also under 50%, 11, 12, and 3. And I'm finally in the black on the season, plus a measly 0.2 units. But in this game of betting, plus is not an easy thing to do. So I'll take it.
Through 4 weeks, you are as average as you possibly can be.
I think it's above average.
It is above. You're out juicing the juice. Then
I am out juicing the juice.
That's actually true. That's huge actually. So yeah, 0.2 units.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
And his units is $1,000. So I mean, he's up.
Yeah, he's up $200.
$220.
Yeah.
So for now, and now for weeks 1, Alina still has 2. Michael has 1 week 1, and I've won 1 week as well. So for whoever wins the most units each of the first 4 weeks, just tally them up. So you got to lead on that.
So we have 2 plaques for the end of the year. Alina's leading in both of them right now, but the unit one, I mean, he's plus 18. He gives big dogs at the end. So if one turns wrong, we could easily catch up.
One could go bad. One dog could get away from me.
But the weeks 1, I mean, me and Nagy, we just have to win. If we win this week, we're tied with him for the weeks 1. So
okay, I meant to ask this like in a past episode. Do we, for college, are we including, and like I guess NFL too, do we want to include like the playoffs or like the conference championship games or?
No, I think that's like we'll have
just
our own
regular season.
Yeah, regular season. I would say. I think conference championships count with the regular season, but like we'll have like our own bowl mania or like playoffs.
Okay, so that's what we'll do. We'll just do like the competition sides of the regular season, but we'll probably still do podcasts once like conference championships and like the NFL playoffs roll around then.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So yeah, that's our updated stats. You guys have anything you guys want to touch on from the week 4 college football?
Yeah, I have a few things. Oklahoma fucking sucks. They're horrible. Everyone was blaming Spencer Rattler, which I can get behind. I think that kid's the biggest fucking douchebag. If anyone ever watched QB1, he was such a douche in that TV show. But he is not the problem. I mean, they score over 30 points every game and they lose like that. When is Lincoln Riley going to realize like we need to get a defense? It hasn't. We haven't been able to win. I know, but I'm saying we haven't been able to win. So why are we wasting all of our recruiting money on wide receivers? Why not pay a linebacker every once in a while? Why not pay So Oklahoma. I just think Lincoln Riley is in a crazy offensive mind. I just don't think he's a phenomenal head coach. Alabama. I mean, they lost 2 first-round draft picks at wideouts, and they don't even miss a beat. They have Waddle, they have Smith, they have these other guys who I've never even heard of step in and catch 80-yard balls, and it's like, oh, that's Jerry Jeudy. Oh, no, it's not. He's in the NFL. It's insane. Alabama just reloaded. They might be better. Their defense is fucking insane. I think they are. I think this week Jimbo isn't coaching for his job, but coaching for his the culture at A&M. If they get beat by Florida at A&M, it's a bad look for Jimbo. You're paying him $10 million a year. And then Gus Malzahn. I mean, what a fucking choke job on a national stage. He never can win the big one the past few years. Sure, he beat Bama last year on a second-string quarterback, and Bama was basically already out of the playoffs. But, also Georgia's defense, they might have the best defense in football. They're insane. So you got that. That's really all I got.
That crowd at Georgia, too. Those dogs were loud.
Yes.
That's good to see. My Baylor, did you say anything about Baylor? That just pissed me the fuck off. Baylor had – I mean, first of all, I've never seen a team look so fucking shitty.
Offensively, I don't think you can blame their defense.
Yeah, defense. So back to your point about Oklahoma just having a shit defense. Yeah, it's insane that the Big 12 just constantly has terrible defenses. First time in a long time that I can remember, that was a very unlikely Big 12 matchup where it's the score's 7-4, 7-0, then 7-7, then 14-7. I mean,
Yeah, it was
14-14 going into overtime.
It was 7-7 for majority of the football game.
Yeah. So, I mean,
But
that
also,
was a defensive struggle.
To your point of Baylor, like that quarterback started last year. He looks so much worse this year. And
is it the weapon? Do they lose their skill guys, or
is it the coach? Matt Rule is their coach, and he left.
yeah, Rule obviously, and then
I don't remember seeing a lot of Baylor offensive players going into this past draft, at least like in the first 3 rounds.
I don't either. But
yeah, so like it's
then there was a call too that on the goal line that changed the whole game. Having the -3, of course, is why we'd be upset there. I mean, the guy was. I mean, I guess it wasn't clear as fucking day, but I mean, it was pretty damn obvious.
I guess it wasn't clear in the replay because you don't know where the ball is.
Yeah, you can't see the ball.
But
like his whole
how
on
the field, how do you not call that a touchdown? His from his literally waistline up was across the end zone, and even when the refs went in and like broke up the huddle, his waist was in the end zone. So it's like, how did you not call it a touchdown?
His whole torso is across the goal line.
Right.
So it's one of those things. I honestly think I think the key obviously is like when does the knee touch or the elbow touch or wherever, and they just have they can't see shit. So I honestly think they're flipping a coin half the time. Like, how can you see? You have no fucking clue when the knee or elbow touches, and that's like where it's like, okay, they're trying to pause this frame, sync it with that frame to see where the knee is, and like there's no good angle of it. So
there's definitely times
when like with the written rule of if it's not clearly overturnable, like inconclusive evidence is the verbiage they use, then you can't overturn it. Clear as in you can't see the ball, I guess you can't overturn it, but I mean that's literally a game-changing play.
I get that.
Baylor forces overtime, lets up their defense did what they could. They'll end up letting a touchdown against in the first overtime to West Virginia. Baylor draws up a great play action tight end wheel on the backside, touchdown first play. Then their next fucking play, they throw the quarterback throws a stupid fucking ball.
The guy was
leads the DB to an interception. It was like, what are you fucking doing?
The guy was kind of open, but he threw the route as if the DB was the receiver.
He threw it to where the DB had the position. It was like, fuck. So
it was. I mean, it's just great though. To your point about Georgia, like it's great to see SEC football back in full action. Like seeing fans. Like it seemed like Georgia had more fans than what they were saying they were, and like I'm all for it because it fucking looks awesome. It was loud. Like it was the first time like watching a game where like you saw a offense lineman ball start.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit, that was like the crowd actually being.
And that place gets fucking loud. Like really loud.
We were down there last year when Notre Dame played there, and that place
it gets loud.
I mean,
and they hate. They're all the Georgia fans. Like when we were going to the bars and shit before, like they were saying their number one rival is Auburn, right? Or other than Florida, it's Auburn.
Florida, but it's Florida and Auburn. Yes.
They hate Auburn.
Yes.
I did not know that. They hated them so like that. That place was fucking electric on Saturday night. I mean, that's
for sure.
Between the hedges, like there's nothing better.
For sure.
Yeah, I think the only thing I was gonna say is like I'm enjoying Big 12 football more. This like obviously there's not as many games because the Big 10 and Pac-12 Pac-12 are out, but I do think it's better. Like with the exception of like the Baylor game this past week, I think like the defense is a little better. Not
that was a good defense in the Baylor game.
Nagy, I kind of agree with you. I've seen a lot of people who are like, "Oh, Big 12 sucks, they're out." Dude, I kind of like that everyone's kind of like the same playing field, right? Like, no one's really that much better than anyone, so every game is like super close.
Right. I think you get good matchups like across the board versus like you get Vandy playing some SEC team every week.
TCU Texas was a good game. Kansas State Texas Tech was a good game. Iowa State Oklahoma was a good game. Baylor West Virginia, boring but a good football game. I mean, you had across the board all these good football games because like no one. I mean, you saw Iowa State.
The previous week it was all the same too. Like nothing.
Exactly. You had Kansas, Texas Tech, Kansas State, Oklahoma. Like you have all these like that. It's interesting to watch. I agree with you on that, Nagy.
Yeah, I'm happy that
Kansas is like the one outlier in that.
Yeah, they're fucking horrible. So I was listening to listen to this though. I was listening to Unnecessary Roughness, Barstool Sports podcast, for their college football podcast, and some guy wrote in and was like, they should do a Final Four for the 4 worst Power 5 teams. Like it's a vote, and then they go play in like their playoff, and then whoever wins gets to hold a belt like we are the worst. And it's like so you have like Kansas playing like fucking
like
Rutgers, Kansas, Rutgers, Duke, like
Maryland,
Florida State right now. We didn't even talk about that. I don't even think we should.
That'd be hilarious.
But like, wouldn't that be awesome? Like these guys don't want to play at all, so they're gonna look even worse than they did for being one of the worst teams. Like that would be phenomenal.
That'd be sweet.
That'd be cool for like guys. Sometimes guys go to really shitty programs just because they know they have a chance to shine in the light of like the NFL recruiters. So that'd be really cool for like they would get so much recognition if they did do something like that.
Oh, fuck that. I don't give a shit about that. I just think
no, I'm just saying like that would
Bro, that'd be doing something against the worst teams in the whole fucking country. No one would give a fuck about that.
But that would give them like a little bit more recruiting power.
It would give
we're not good, but like
it would give it'd be like, hey, you get to play on national television.
Bro, if you're going for the toilet bowl, like that's like a stain on your program.
But imagine like Kansas students are like, hey, we're in the toilet.
Like, it'd be like, okay, maybe for Florida State, like that hurt them.
Yeah, but I'm saying Kansas. Yeah. Imagine their students like, hey man, we have the toilet bowl coming up, and like they win the toilet bowl, and Kansas goes nuts as if they won the Big 12. Like you know what I mean? Like
so it's like
campus goes nuts.
If you're like Kansas State or whoever's Kansas's biggest rival is, it's like so Kansas State is like middle of the pack. They're never gonna win shit.
They go 8-4, don't win anything.
Yeah, it's like okay, sick. You went 8-4. We won the toilet.
Yeah, exactly.
Come on,
that'd be awesome.
Right, well, going off that crazy, never gonna happen fictional idea, but it would be awesome to see.
We could do it.
We got 5 highlight games this week. We're gonna talk about plenty across different division or different conferences. 3 noon games. So let's just hop right into it, and then we'll get to our cards later. First game we're going to talk about today, we got Florida and Texas A&M. Both teams looking great out of the gate. We got Florida.
Whoa. A&M's not looking great.
Brother, you been watching?
I thought they looked really good in the first game they played at least.
They barely beat.
They scored 17 points against Vanderbilt.
Bro, I'm thinking of Mississippi State.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah,
I'm thinking of Mississippi State.
They won by 5 points against Vandy.
And then they got
they were looking ahead though.
They got their ass kicked by Bama.
All right, restart.
Florida looks really good out there.
Florida does look really good, but Florida's going into Texas A&M. The line's under a touchdown. Florida is a 6.5-point favorite, and the over/under is 57.
Ooh.
So,
what do you think of the line? Just first thoughts on the line. Too high, too low?
It's like I almost feel like you have to – it's almost like a trap pick for Florida.
I think so. I think I want to hammer Florida.
This is my thoughts.
But I understand.
Florida has looked really good. Don't get me wrong. Their defense has not, though. Okay.
Right. They haven't let the points.
But Kyle Trask is legit looking like a Heisman finalist. Like he is playing insanely.
Who has Florida played so far, though?
They've played South Carolina and Ole Miss.
See, that's not enough for me yet. I'm not on that train yet. But he has looked like it. But he's playing.
Oh yeah, they haven't played. Yeah, for sure. I mean, Ole Miss might have the worst defense in football, but. So you got Florida, who's looking good, though. Kyle Trask looks great. Their tight end might be the best tight end in football. But you have A&M, who, when A&M hired Jimbo Fisher, it wasn't to, win 9 games. It was to beat the Alabamas, the Floridas.
Beat the
Rutgers. It was to win the big ones because they're paying him so much money. He had the pedigree of a national championship, blah, 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 blah.
I mean, someone was doing that. Like, they didn't switch him out to do this.
That's what I'm saying. So,
was
like,
someone the last guy before Jimbo? Or no?
yeah, someone was the last guy. But, like, we're approaching, it's like year 3 or 4 for Jimbo. And
has it already been 3 or 4 years?
yes. I think this is his 4th year. And
yeah, because Taggart was at
I was gonna say at Florida State.
Couple years, yeah.
But we're talking like if they lose this game, they start 1-2 and they play 2 good teams. Looked like shit against Vanderbilt. You know what I mean? They didn't look good. They looked horrible.
Yeah.
I mean, this is
they need to keep this close at the very least.
Exactly. They need to keep it close. I mean, this could make or break Jimbo's year. If they go into this game and get blown out, he's not going to get fired after this year because they'll use the excuse like pandemic, weird year, blah, 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 blah. But, like,
everyone keeps their eligibility.
Yeah, you have Kellen Munn, who's played for this is like his 3rd year starting at quarterback. Okay, so you have guys coming back. I mean, I'm gonna go. I think this is a make or break game for Jimbo, and this is gonna and I hate to do it. I'm not super confident. I think A&M wins the game.
That would be a massive
SEC.
domino to fall yet again in the top 10, which I would love.
I would love it too. I want to see these college football playoff committee have to scramble. So I don't want it to be easy. I want everyone to have like one loss.
The COVID year,
yes.
Like, the 07 year where number 2 lost like 8 weeks in a row.
Yes, but those are my thoughts on the game.
I don't hate that take at all. I think it is a massive game for A&M. I mean, it seems like every year though that's what happens. They play like 2 really good teams at the beginning and 1 shitter, and they go like 1-2, right? Like last year they played
yes.
Or it was like Clemson and Auburn one year.
They played Clemson last year, yes.
Yeah, Clemson last year.
The problem with A&M is like they always seem to like get like Georgia and Florida as their crossover games of the SEC, and then they always schedule like one good team.
Yeah. Is that like their auto crossover,
I don't know if they have one.
I think it's LSU, I'm pretty sure.
No, they're on the same side.
Oh, the West. Yeah, wait. What am I saying? Okay. Maybe I might be full of shit.
It's not Florida because they don't play every year, but
yeah. Okay. So, yeah, I don't mind that take at all as far as this just being a do or die, similar to your Eagles pick last week, which was money.
Yep.
That could be. I just feel, and this could be it depends how heavy you are in, Florida's offense, right? Because if Bama's offense is good, but Florida's looks insane good.
Yeah.
Bama's probably looks better, I'd say. But, so how many points they have against – it was 51?
Yeah.
So, I see Florida being able to put up like 40-plus pretty easy here. So you're asking, does A&M have the firepower to put up like 45 to 49 to win that game? That's where it gets a little tricky for me. I don't see A&M being able to stop Florida's offense, so it's going to be really tough. See, the thing is, I can see them possibly covering here, but I would still lean Florida just with what I've seen from A&M. Nothing's impressed me with their offense at all, so I can't confidently say A&M's going to put up, in my eyes, over 40, which is what Florida's going to put up. So
I think that a lot of it, like you said, putting weight on. I think a lot of it is you're putting weight on Jimbo Fisher, really, honestly. Like, do you think he's offensively going to get these guys ready to go, blah, 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 blah. But, Nagy?
Yeah, it's just weird, like, with A&M, like, I almost, like, never bet in a game that they're participating in just because, like, I never really feel like I know what I'm going to get out of A&M.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they cover against the bad teams, though, like, every time. Like, they're, like, good at covering against the shitty ones, like Missouri.
Right. But, like, every year Texas A&M is always in, like, the top, like, 12, 13.
At the beginning, every single time. It's like,
no, not even, like, the like 8 people. I mean, like, the recruiting is always super high.
It is.
Yeah.
And then their team is just so average. So, and usually, this year I'm not really seeing anything crazy impressive out of the offense. So maybe the recruiting ranking went higher because of the defense. So maybe a huge like matchup at home, like in front of like getting fans. Is this their first home game?
I I don't know if they played week 1 at home or not. I know obviously they played at
I want to say
Bama.
Vandy was on the road, if I remember.
If this is A&M's first home game, I am definitely taking the
No,
over.
they played Vandy at home.
What was the score of that?
17-12.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Well, yo, what the fuck? That totally threw like my whole reasoning for my pick out the window. Man, I'm just gonna take Florida -6.5, dude. Like I don't want to think. It's just don't think about it too much, and it's not on my card. But
See, here's my take though. When you say they're average, like A&M's like an 8-win team in the SEC, that's pretty damn good though.
yeah.
Oh,
I
it's-
just mean like the production is average. Like the win column is.
No, I agree. But here's the problem. If they have a top 12 recruiting class when you're playing 5 teams every single year that have recruiting classes ahead of you, it's like it's tough to win those. And they're playing like a really good out-of-conference team every year too.
Right. And Jimbo could have been pulling that maneuver that we've talked about a couple of times. Like maybe they didn't want to show anything.
Yeah. So I don't put too much stock in that Vandy game. But, just in general, when they like an 8-4, 9-3, whatever they go, they usually win one of those 3 tough SEC or one of the 3.
They get like one upset a year.
Games, like Auburn, LSU, and Bama. They usually win one of them.
So basically, what you're saying is that if Texas A&M beats Florida this week, we just fade the fuck out of A&M the rest of the season.
That could be a theory, but I thought the point you were going to say is if A&M was in like the Pac-12, they'd be like 11
No.
I was going to say hell yeah. Or
they probably would. They would be. I think they would be. But the thing is like these boosters, and A&M has like a cult like booster family. Like it's insane. Like it's really kind of fucked up, to be honest with you. But like these cult leaders down there at A&M that put all these fucking money into it, like they don't care where they're playing. 8-4 is just not cutting it.
Oh no!
Like they think they in their head thinks that there's no reason why A&M shouldn't be competing for a national title every single year. So I get it, and I do think if they were to play in the Pac-12, they'd be like 10-2, 11-1 every year. Like Oregon and maybe some years USC, I think would be like the only teams that could beat them.
Yeah, but I truly don't see them winning this game. Like, but maybe they got the fire. Like, so the defense would have to step the fuck up to win this game. Their defense would have to play very well.
Yeah,
yes,
right.
I agree
for sure.
I think I kind of hope A&M wins this game because then I know the line that A&M will get for their next couple games will be so fucked up that I'll take whoever they're playing line.
Yeah.
Because they'll get overrated. Like,
but they're playing Mississippi State and then Arkansas, so it's like.
And Arkansas is sneaky. We've seen
Mississippi. That could be a really good value line against Mississippi State, though. I like that analysis.
Right.
If they win.
Right. You guys got anything else on that game?
No, I'm good.
All right. So what do we all take? I'm just going to do the -6.5 Florida.
What's the over under? It's
57.
Man.
I like that. Florida's defense.
I like that.
I'm not. It's not on my card, but if I were to go with anything, I'd go with the over. To be honest,
me too. But I do like Florida 6.5, and I think. Do you think that line will move at all in favor of Florida?
It might get like a touchdown or like.
If it goes over 7.5,
I was gonna say it might get like half of 7.5.
I don't think it'll move in A&M's favor though.
Probably not. Not the way A&M looked against Bama. I don't think it will.
Unless a bunch of those boosters drop in.
Yeah.
All right.
Sharps know something.
All right. Next game we got to talk about is we got Texas going into Oklahoma.
It's in Dallas.
Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yep.
So
is it in Scary Jerry World?
No, they played at the old Cotton Bowl.
So we got Texas 2-0, right?
No, Texas 2-1.
Who they lose to?
TCU, buddy.
Fuck that game.
You had the over.
I did have the over, but I stopped watching it because I knew the over.
And they had that safety.
No, it pushed for me. On the card, it pushed for me.
Oh.
Because on the card, I got it at 64.
But that's big, though.
Yeah, I had buddies come in town this week, and they really wanted to watch.
You guys missed some quilts or
SEC
something?
games, so I didn't really get to watch that at all. But yeah, you're right. Good call. TCU kind of good.
So Texas is
What do they
2
want to do
and
when they came in town?
watch
What?
SEC.
Oh, they wanted to watch SEC.
Yeah, they're bigger in the SEC. But Oklahoma's the favorite. Oklahoma minus 2.5, and the
Yep.
over/under is 72.
Yep. So I said this when we were discussing last week. I'm gonna keep it short and fucking simple. Lincoln Riley sucks right now. Spencer Radley is a bitch. I like Tom Herman as an underdog. I probably would have taken whoever was the underdog in this game. If Texas was a favorite, I would probably have taken Oklahoma.
But this line's going to be a pick 'em at kickoff. You know it.
Sure.
That's why you get it
Probably.
now. You get it now at plus money.
But that's the problem. But you're saying wait. So what was your? I thought you were saying that's bulletin board material for them being the underdogs.
No. I was saying no matter. I would have just probably taken the underdog just the value because I think I wouldn't be shocked if Oklahoma won. I wouldn't be shocked if Texas won. So I would get it for the value, I guess. But I do like Texas. I like Tom Herman as an underdog. He's so bad as a favorite. And for the Jimbo thing, this is kind of like Texas. If they go another 8-4 year, which they're not playing 12 games, but another year like that, it's dude, what are we doing?
Who can they go after though? Who's available coaching wise right now?
Probably no one, but it's also no one cares. You know what I mean? You can always get that Scott Frost. You can always get that Sean McVay. You can always get these guys. I like Texas though. I like Texas. I think Oklahoma's kind of dead, honestly.
Yeah.
That's a tough one for me. I'm not so sure I like Texas really. Don't like Oklahoma either, but I think what time is this? A noon kickoff, right?
Yeah. There's 3 really good games at noon. Well, I don't know. Texas Oklahoma, I'm always going to say is a good game. I don't care if they're bad or good.
Yeah.
It's Texas Oklahoma, but there's 3 really good games at noon. Florida A&M, Texas Oklahoma, Tech, North Carolina, all at noon.
A good stat to see for this game, when's the last time this game was played where they both came off a loss? That shit just doesn't happen.
I think it's 30-something years, to be honest with you. I thought someone went back and said it's 30 or 40 years.
Insanity. They both looked so bad last week, especially defensively. So, I mean, this over is fucking high, but holy shit. If these guys can stop a runny nose on Saturday, I'll be surprised.
It's one of those overs though. Just because there's 3 straight drives of no one scoring, that's not going to be the over because Texas and Oklahoma, with how bad their defense is, can both score in one play and go 75 yards.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean this shit could go into overtime easily. Wouldn't be surprised at all. So that could be a play. I would never take the under here. Too crazy for an under. I think I honestly, for this pick, I would literally just flip a fucking coin. I don't have a
kind of like
it's
kind of like what the refs did at.
I guess I would go with Texas just because they've been put in that situation where they're about to lose a game twice, and they were knocking on the door to go win it both times and did it the one time and didn't the second.
In Texas, that dude just fucking fumbled. You can't fumble there.
Well, he wasn't making it in either way though. He was literally his legs.
But that was second down.
Oh, it was second down? I thought it was 4th and goal.
No, that was second or third. They had another play to run. They would have had to hurry up to the line. Positive.
Oh shit! I thought that I swear it said 4th and goal when I looked at that. That's fuck. Okay, yeah. Well, what is he doing there?
It might have been 3rd down and then popped up 4th, not knowing it was a fumble.
Yeah, that could have been it.
Right. I think one of you kind of started to alluding it.
No, it was 1st and goal from the 1.
Okay, it was.
With 2.5 minutes left.
Somebody, I thought when I was watching a highlight, because I was kind of drunk, they said 4th and goal, the TCU.
Because Texas had the ball on the TCU 17, gained 16 yards to the 1-yard line, and it was 1st and goal at the 1, fumble with 2.5 minutes left. They didn't even have to hurry or anything.
Unbelievable. Wait, how much time was left?
2.5 minutes left.
Oh, what?
So that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You just can't fumble there. They should have won that game.
Then I'm definitely taking Texas here.
Maybe TCU goes down and scores. I mean, we can't rely on Texas defense, but you just can't fumble there.
Right. Yeah, you guys kind of alluded to it. I kind of like whoever was going to be the underdog going into this game. Like that's such like good like kick in the ass. Like get yourself motivated for practice this week.
But see, the thing is, when it's Texas Oklahoma, like throw everything out the fucking window. Like that's the one game you got.
I just think they're like pretty evenly matched.
I think Oklahoma is dead and Texas is still like we should easily be 3-0. So
I like 2.5 points too. I definitely think this is gonna come down to the last like 3 or 4 minutes kind of thing. So just definitely whoever I'm getting points for, like give me 2.5, whichever side it was on. It's not on my card, but yeah, I like 2.5 in this matchup. So I guess I'm riding with Texas.
okay.
So next game we got, as Michael said, another noon game. Virginia Tech going into North Carolina as 5-point underdogs. So we got North Carolina -5, and then the over/under is 59.
Both teams didn't look great last week, but I think Boston College is a lot better than people give them credit for. I do like North Carolina. I think Vatek's pretty good. I don't know. For me, I guess honestly, I would probably in this game. Like I don't think North Carolina is as good as like their rank. Like clearly, it's because people aren't playing right now in the Pac-12, Big Ten, and like so there's a teams that probably would be ranked in like the 20s that aren't, or like in a bump Ohio State, Michigan.
Yeah, I think they're more like a 20,
15 to 25 probably. But North Carolina at home. I like North Carolina in this game. I do think it's gonna be a close game. Could be one of those weird games where it's like either really low scoring or really high scoring. I could see either or.
I think the noon favors North Carolina.
I agree. They've played almost every game at noon, and Vatek's been the opposite, playing at
Vatek's at night. Those guys stay up late.
Yeah, they fucking play Sandman and walk into their fucking stupid entrance and fucking worst entrance in football. Worst entrance in fucking football. But no, I like North Carolina in this game. I don't really have much on this game.
5 or 4.5?
I got it at 5. I see it at 5. He said 5.
I think it's moving. I do think North Carolina is getting a little bit too much credit here.
I do agree with that. They haven't beaten anyone.
But this line, I don't think this line is necessarily giving that same take that the rankings are. So 4.5. I mean, that's.
I think 4.5 favorable. Not favorable. Like I think it's right where I would put it.
Yeah, I would take North Carolina here pretty confidently. Just how bad
Vatek looked against.
But I mean. Vatek didn't look that good against Duke, but I think Duke might be a little bit better with that quarterback from Clemson, though, than people are giving him credit for. Like I think he's not bad.
Yeah, but they lost. He threw. It was like 4 picks.
He threw 4.
There's 3 or 4 picks. Yeah. I don't know if it was that game. If it was a Vatek Duke game. Okay, yeah, it wasn't the Duke game.
He threw 1. Yeah.
It was the Virginia game.
Oh,
he threw 4 interceptions.
Out D.
He threw 4 interceptions though. But like, I don't know. Duke's 0-3.
Yeah.
Yeah. BC, I mean, their only win is against Texas State and Duke, right? So, or in Richmond, or no, that was last year.
No, it was Duke and Texas State.
Yeah. So it's like, I was surprised how well they played North Carolina, to be honest. But that you could also chalk that up to they haven't played in a month, North Carolina. So tough to analyze a lot of that shit. Yeah, I guess I'll go with North Carolina. Hopefully they can. I took them last week. I'll ride with them one more fucking week, hoping they wake the fuck up and play to their fucking potential as a number 8 team in the fucking country. Like, holy.
Yeah, hopefully
out here, boys.
Matt gets the boys ready to go.
Yeah. Like, Mac needs to have one of those fucking vintage dances in the locker room, and this could be it.
Before the game, yeah. There you go.
I think Virginia Tech has an underrated run game. I think they can take some serious time off the clock if they can keep the game within like 10 points into like the end of the third quarter. So I really like the under here, under 59. Just try to keep the ball because I do think North Carolina has a pretty solid offense. But like how bad their defense is going to give Virginia an opportunity to take a lot of time off the clock if they can run the ball efficiently. So under 59, like I could I could
Virginia Tech
definitely
ran
see
for 330 against Duke.
Huh?
Virginia Tech ran for 330 against Duke.
Yeah. So I think this could definitely be like a 31-24 ball game. Like, and that's still the under by 8
Yeah,
or
4.
4 points. Yeah. So I mean, that's like the highest I kind of see the total going. And yeah, I like the under. It's not on my card, but it might be by the time we roll around to talking about our cards. All right, on to the next game. We got Tennessee rolling into Georgia, double-digit spread here. We got Tennessee coming in at 12.5-point underdogs, and the over/under is a measly 42.5 points.
Georgia looked phenomenal. Defense is very good. Quarterback makes the plays he needs to, doesn't turn the ball over, gets the plays to playmakers. I mean, that's all you really can ask for when Kirby Smart paid an arm and a leg for all these 5-star recruits. Tennessee's looked pretty good though too. I think they're like on the verge if they can get a few more good recruiting classes of like getting not back, but like becoming good again. I think it's I think it's too many points. I could see Georgia up by because I don't know if Georgia can like really outscore. Tennessee's not going to play how Auburn did, and it's a tough back-to-back games for Georgia going Auburn and Tennessee. I could see
The backyard,
Georgia.
though.
I could see Georgia up like 17 with 4 minutes left, and Tennessee scored. You know what I mean? So it's like this is off my card, but I would take Tennessee in the points. Georgia will win the football game though.
This being at Georgia, I think makes a difference for the first time all year. I think that this might be like where, okay, give them a few points for this being at home.
Yeah.
Cause a few false starts, maybe stall some drives. This is Tennessee's game they've been looking at for the first 2 weeks. This is it. They just beat South Carolina and Kentucky, so.
No, they beat Missouri.
Or Missouri, yeah. They play Kentucky after Georgia. But I think the Vols come ready to play. I think, 12.5 is a little too much, but damn, that's a tough pick. And I think that 42 – I think Georgia's – I think it can go one of two ways, and I could see it going similar to the Auburn game a little bit, where Tennessee has some struggles scoring and Georgia puts up like 20-some. I live bet Georgia minus 13.5 last week. So this shouldn't scare me, but it does. For some reason, last year when Tennessee played Alabama tough, that's what I keep thinking of.
Tennessee's good.
Oh, man. Probably not going to be on my card, but my gut wants to tell me Tennessee plus the points. Final answer.
All right. Yeah, I think the line is a little intimidating. Like, I would definitely side on the Tennessee side before Georgia, just because of, again, how much time they can take off the clock with their offense. That could definitely hurt the spread. But I think Auburn's defense is better on paper than Tennessee's defense. I know they didn't look good last week, but Georgia played like out of their minds good. So like Alina said, this is tough back-to-back weeks for Georgia. At least they're at home. I think Georgia's going to run and score a little quicker and efficiently in the first half than they did against Auburn. So
speaking of that, Georgia first half, I might like that.
Also a good side of that. I like over 42.5. I think Georgia puts up like anywhere between 13 and 17 points in the first half. Finish the game with like 27 or 30. I just don't think Tennessee's defense is nearly as good as Auburn's. So if Tennessee can just put up 13 or 14 points, then the over is not going to be a problem here. But yeah, it's not going on my card. This game scares me. Still not really sure about the SEC teams a whole lot yet. Definitely want to get like one more week under my belt before I go crazy on SEC teams.
Yeah, not having preseason is pretty tough to really judge teams, I guess.
Yeah, the over. It seems like a trap to bet that over though for some reason.
The game's like 20-6.
Yeah.
Georgia's -6.5.
So you think Tennessee's offense will fare better than Auburn's did?
I don't know about points wise. They'll probably score more than 6 points. They'll definitely have more yards though. That's for sure.
You hear that?
I just don't see Georgia letting up much to Tennessee at all. That's why I'm like the only reason I'm afraid to take the over. I would be on board with that. I think Georgia scores about 30. Well, I guess that makes me want to take Tennessee.
Final answer.
So take that back. Tennessee.
So which one?
Tennessee.
Okay. All right, final highlight game we're going to talk about before we get to our cards. We got this is game day, right? This got to be game.
Yeah, it's like 1 versus 6 or 7.
Yeah, we got Miami, Florida going to Clemson, coming in at 14-point underdogs, over under 63.
Clemson didn't look great against Virginia, but got the job done. Miami, huh?
I was going to say 0-3 against the spread.
They are 0-3 against the spread. Miami had a bye week, but I mean, it's going to come down to. I think Miami's going to be able to move the ball. Will they be able to score touchdowns in the red zone? That'll be a big question that could determine the game. But also, can Miami's defense get a stop? I mean, they've letting up points left and right. It's going to come down to red zone scoring, and can Miami get a stop? I think Clemson's too good. I think Clemson is on a mission this year, and I think they were looking forward to playing Miami a little bit against Virginia. I don't know about the points. 14.5 is a lot.
7.5 for the half.
7.5, yeah. I don't know. I could see Clemson up 21 and then letting up. They let up late touchdowns every fucking game. That's the problem with this. But Clemson's going to win this football game. I don't have that much confidence in Manny Diaz. I don't think he's a good coach. I think he's an okay coach.
Manny Burritos, yeah. He's doesn't impress me at all. I don't. Here's my thing, man. Miami is not a top 10 fucking team. Like no chance.
No, they're like
15, 16.
They're like North Carolina. The only reason why they're ranked is because
one's
playing. They also got ranked because they beat Louisville at Louisville, and Louisville was ranked.
Who should never have been. Like, yeah,
exactly.
This is all preseason bullshit with the Big Ten fucking us all. So now we have a top 10 matchup with a fucked line probably. It probably still should be about this, but I feel like I'm still mad that the Big Ten and the Pac-12, I guess, decided to fucking try to be heroes and lead the way to cancel football, and it just backfired in your fucking grill. So suck it, fuck you. Yeah, this is not a top 10 fucking matchup. In my head, I'm just thinking, is there any possible way Miami can win this game? When you look at it, Clemson is a true number one, and like we just said, Miami is a huge fucking fraudulent top 10 team. I don't even think they have a chance in hell to sniff the top 10 this year. I mean, there's just not enough shakeup could happen for them to, and they'd have to play consistent all year. And I honestly, I was looking at are we really impressed by a 13-point win against Louisville and a 17-point win against UAB, and then, I mean, yeah, they rolled over Florida State, who might be the worst Power 5 team in the country. I mean, there's nothing really to be impressed with them over. Problem is, Clemson's 0-3 against the spread.
What's a huge thing in college football? Momentum. And that's the only reason why I would give Miami a chance. Derek King is very good, but, like, these guys have confidence, even though it's like you guys beat Louisville. Why the fuck do you have confidence? But
See, but here's the thing. Miami thrives. Remember that year when they were nasty? That one year. They, under the lights with the crowd going crazy, they were disgusting. They need that, and they will not have that.
Yeah.
Clemson 25% fans, right? Or do they even have any?
No, they have fans.
Okay. I mean, it being game day, like this being so hyped up, they will come out, I think, on fire. Like they will come out like in the first quarter, I think it'll be very indicative of what's about to happen because Miami should be so fired up being two score underdogs, bulletin board material for fucking weeks. Like you said, they should be somewhat confident being 3-0. I mean, I'm not sure if anyone. I mean, I guess they could have expected this, but to be in the top 10, no way. So they should have all the confidence in the world. But I mean, Clemson is just a step above. Just 14 is a lot. I guess I might roll with Clemson just to cover their first fucking line of the week or of the year. Tough to see Clemson go 0-4 against the spread first 4 weeks. I just wouldn't have predicted that in my analysis of it. So I think I'm just going to do that just as a fuck you to Miami, your fraudulent top 10 team. Show us what the fuck you got. Let's go.
Sure, and this will probably be the first week Clemson plays their first team the whole 4 quarters too.
Yeah, this could be a big week. Is like you said, just a fuck you to Clemson. Like we're so the shit. We just roundhouse this team.
Yeah, it's just kind of crazy seeing like Clemson with a spread that's not like 28 or more. Also,
yeah,
it makes it super enticing to take the -14. I don't think Miami has any fucking clue what they're about to face on Saturday night.
Yeah, dude, De'Aaron King is a nobody to Clemson's defense.
I think Clemson's defense is so under talked about every year. Like everyone loves talking about Trevor Lawrence. Like I think their defense is insanely impressive. I really like the under here, under 63 points. I think Miami's only going to put up they might score 2 touchdowns if they're lucky, but I think Miami's only going to score maybe 10 to 17 points, 17 being like the absolute ceiling in this game. I think their offense has been impressive, but they played Florida State and Louisville, whose defenses are literally non-existent. So good luck going up against Clemson. I do think the backdoor cover could possibly be in play if they get a lucky pick six or something. That's the only way they're going to break 20 points is if they get a pick six or a special teams touchdown. So I think the 14 is nice. Also worried about the back door, like Michael mentioned, but under 63 is pretty comfortable. I think Clemson will try to take control, similar to the other game we're talking about, maybe score like 31, 34-ish points, and then Miami's not going to break 20. So the over is not going to get close. It's going to be under by a touchdown. So yeah, that you guys got any more comments on that game?
I think Clemson's gonna run it the fuck up, man. Like I think they're gonna blow the doors off Miami. Like the only way Miami keeps it close is by putting up big points. I'm more and more confident in taking Clemson -14 or 13.5, whatever the fuck it is. I think Dad was gonna get these boys pissed the fuck off. Miami can't stop a damn thing. I mean, maybe they can. Florida State, that's about it. So I think the under could still happen, but I think Clemson will score as many times as they fucking can, 40 plus.
All right, sounds good. So you guys ready to get in our cards?
Yes.
All right. So like we mentioned earlier, I barely broke back into the positive end of units. So going to be another dicey week for me on the do or dies. Michael, what are you saying that overall? Like 5 or something?
Oh, I'm at 5.42 units overall. Alina's at 18.9 units overall. You are at 0.2 units overall.
18.
Yeah. Sheesh.
So yeah, it's definitely going to be run. I got to make a move, and this is almost going to be like a third of the way through the season, damn near for college football regular season for like those other conferences coming in late, but.
So you go last then, because you got to make up ground.
Huh?
You go last on your card then.
Sure, I'll go last. I got 2 this week anyways.
Okay. My theme this week is the underdogs. So I got Texas money line. I have them at plus 115. I have Syracuse money line. I have them also at plus 115. I have BC money line plus 170. North Texas money line plus 125. And then I have LSU minus 20.5. And then I have 2 do or dies.
Who's BC playing again?
They play Pitt at home.
Pitt?
Yeah.
Wow, it's a crazy pick. Who did Pitt lose to last week, or who they?
Pitt lost to NC
lost to NC
State.
State,
Oh yeah, they could have won that.
I don't get how that line is over a field goal.
Yeah, that's what it's at Pitt, or it's at BC too. Like,
I think shit can bounce back.
Pitt
But
sucks.
that's not a bad pick though. Okay, here's mine. We got oh shit, I was about to say Texas. Hell no. We have Army minus 29 against the Citadel. Love that pick.
Citadel.
Texas Tech plus 12.5 against Iowa State. Can you believe that line?
It's on mine.
That's such a fucking line, or that's way too much. Then I like Clemson minus 13.5, 14, whatever it is.
14, yeah.
14.
Man, I think I'm gonna go Tennessee plus 12. Florida minus 6, 6.5, whatever it is. I'm gonna go Pitt minus 5. Or was it 4? Or what did you say, Michael? 4.
5.5.
5.5. I like that. I like Kansas State plus 9 against TCU. These are crazy lines for the Big 12.
I like that pick. Kansas State's a good football team.
Yeah, not bad at all. Florida Atlantic, I'm going to try to give you guys another chance to not fuck me here.
You're also 0 for against the spread.
Yeah, you're going with Willie Taggart.
FAU minus 2.5 against Southern Piss.
Southern Piss just won.
Yeah. And then Auburn minus 14 against Arkansas. And then Bama minus what is the first half line?
I saw 13.5.
I'll take it. 13.5. And then Notre Dame first half line 10, right?
I didn't see that one.
Pretty sure it's 10.
Here I go.
Is Kansas not playing this week? I can't find them.
No, I don't think so. It's not that big of a card.
Damn it.
So first half, you got
Notre Dame's minus 11.5 first half.
I'll take it.
And then
Bama's 13.5. Yep.
I'll take that too. Yep. And then LSU minus 20. Is it 20 or 20.5?
20.5. No. LSU full game, 20.5.
Okay, and then the first half in that one.
You guys might want to hop on DraftKings then.
Why?
It's LSU minus 14 right now.
The full game?
Yeah.
Huh? What?
Yes.
Oh, Mortal Locket. That's my Mortal Lock then.
What site are you guys on?
LSU.
No, what site?
I'm just on OddsShark.
It's minus 14 against.
Oh, wait. It is minus. I have minus 14 too.
That's my Mortal Lock.
Wow.
Well, just ruined that. Sorry.
Save your units at least.
Okay, that's mine. If Kansas was playing, whoever Kansas was playing, I'd take them first half too. But we're not. So I'll take bye first half against Kansas.
Yeah, I think you got Notre Dame spread mixed up with LSU because Notre Dame.
No, I'm looking at it right. It literally says minus 20.
Wow. That's what I just looked at Bleacher Report. It said minus 20.5 too. Did you just say you're taking bye against Kansas?
Someone? Yeah, I'm taking bye first half against Kansas. But did somebody? Somebody might have got hurt though. So I take back my Mortal Lock. Someone probably got hurt then.
Okay.
I'm looking it up.
Well, is the next you have going to be your do or die?
Yeah,
I got somebody else.
Okay.
So your card now, Nagy.
Okay. So my card, a lot of the games on my card have already either been said by Alina or Michael by the same games. But so I got Arkansas plus the 14 points against Auburn. I also have Kansas State plus 9 against TCU. Clemson under the 63 the game we just talked about. I am taking, and then I also got a couple of underdogs in here as well. I also have Boston College plus 170, 1 unit. And then I'm also my other underdog is going to be Mississippi State going to Kentucky. Kentucky blows. Mississippi State's going to win by 10 or more.
Do you know who Mississippi State played last week?
Arkansas. They played Arkansas.
They lost.
But they also beat LSU.
Kentucky is garbage. So
agreed.
And then
was Arkansas good?
I also have Texas Tech plus the 12.5 points against Iowa State. And then I said Boston College, right? I got Boston College money line.
Okay.
And then those are my 1 unit plays.
All right. So my do or dies, I have 2 of them. I have Louisville Friday night -5, and I have Mississippi State money line. Louisville is 2 units. Mississippi State is 3 units.
Wow, against Ja Tech.
Yeah, Tech sucks.
You guys were big on Ja Tech for a little bit.
Yeah,
huh?
and then they barely beat Florida State. Then they get their ass kicked by Central Florida. Then they go to Syracuse and fucking lose.
Wait, who's your second do or die?
Mississippi State money line.
Mississippi State.
The last game I took, they're playing
Kentucky. Yeah.
All right, sorry, I didn't mean to spoil that pick for your do or die.
No. You're good. You're good. I like them. I think they're a lock.
Yeah, I do too. All right, what about you, Alina? What's your do or die going to
be? So I accidentally said one of them, but I'll keep it in there.
Sure.
It is Army -29 against the Citadel.
How many units?
Is one of them. It's for 2 units.
Okay.
And then I am going to throw in LSU -14 pending if no one got injured, because I can't find if someone's injured. LSU -14 is another one, which I'll just say 2 units for now.
Okay.
And then Bama first half, you said it's 13.5.
Well, are you going to do 3 do or die plays?
Yeah.
Holy shit, that's a first on the podcast.
And then, but that one of them might go away. Like I might.
Sure, yeah, like the LSU one might
Yeah.
get scratched.
But
what are you putting on all of them?
Just 2 units across the board.
Okay.
All right. So I also have one of my do or dies is also going to be Army -29 against the Citadel.
Great.
I got 4 units on that. And then my other one's a big boy. I'm double dipping on Kansas State against TCU. And I'm taking over 50.5 points for 8 units.
So you got 2 plays?
Yeah, 50.5 points. This is going to be one of the easiest overs hit all fucking college football season.
Dude, I don't know about that, bro. I wish you luck, but I don't know about that.
I'm telling you.
Wait, who does Kansas State play?
TCU.
TCU. Okay.
Like this
Wait. You have 8 units on TCU, Kansas State over, and then who's your other one?
Army -29.
I mean,
What do you
fuck,
put
I'll
on
add
What
to
do you
my
put on
card
that?
just to ride with you, bro. I don't like it.
Like this will be just almost as close as a over blowout as the Alabama pick last week.
Ooh, that's bold.
Like I think it's going to be like high 60s.
Why is Kansas State getting so many points?
Yeah, that's weird. Nagy, what are you putting on both of yours?
Huh?
What are you putting on?
I'm putting that on my card. The over.
8 and what?
Wait, how was
4 on Army.
8 and 4. Wow. Okay. All right. Well, those are our cards. We'll tweet them
Something
out.
sketchy about that game, bro.
We'll tweet them out. Everyone tune in
Seriously.
next week. Peace.
Do some investigating into that line, boys.